Hello guys, it's Eglow here. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. You're welcome to this tutorial. If you are just coming into the channel for the very first time, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification button so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I post valuable content like this. And as well, do well to share this video so that others can also benefit from it. And if you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you for always stopping by. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you. You guys are my MVPs. And I am not taking this kindness, this love for granted. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. You all know what we do on this channel, right? So what we do on this channel basically is, this channel is dedicated to helping beginners in photography, lightning down to image retouching, and that's high image retouching, helping photographers, upcoming photographers to improve their photography and editing skills. This video is for beginners, those who are just coming, who are just who are finding it difficult to retouch their image or images properly as it ought to be. You understand? Because most times when you see people do some things, especially retouching, you look as if, oh, this is very easy, right? But it is when you want to try it yourself that you find it, you discover that, oh, this is more technical than I thought. You understand? So in this video, I'm going to simplify every step of my editing. As far as this tutorial is concerned, I'm going to break down on how to carry out a high-end screen retouching in Photoshop. You understand? So it's not just going to be about editing. I'm also going to show you how to color grade your image or images in Photoshop, camera raw precisely, right? So without any further ado, let's get into it. All right, let me show you the image. If you look at this image now, this is what we'll be using, right? So this is the raw version of the image, right? And you can also see the edited version of the image. Now you can see that there's a huge difference, right? There's a huge difference. So I am going to show you how I arrive at this result that you are seeing on the screen right now, right? So let's get into it. We're moving the image to Photoshop, right, where we'll be doing the editing. So we're basically going to be doing three things to this image. The first thing is to do the basic adjustments. Is to do post-production where adjust some of the highlight and some things that need to be adjusted. That needs to be adjusted on the image, then before retouching the image proper. You understand? So if we look at it now, we are here in camera raw now, right? So but we are still going to come back here where we'll be doing the color grading proper, right? But now we are not going to start now because I need to create a layer where I'll be working on. You understand? So now we are going to Photoshop now, then open. All right, so we are here in Photoshop now. So let me show you. Let me zoom in so that you can see the image very well. You can see like this image was properly shot, lighting and everything. I love it so much. You understand? You can see like I love the bokeh at the back, like everything, the focus, the detail, everything is there. You can see, right, the highlight and all of that. So now what we're going to do now, the first thing first is to resize this image to Instagram size. You understand? That's for 4:5 or 8:10. So whichever one, right? Just pick your crop to, you can see 4:5 or 8:10. So just resize the image. To resize the image. Of course, our focus is just the face. You understand? Nothing more. Our focus is just the face. So I am cropping it like this. You understand? So I think this is good. Yeah, this is good because the focus is just the face. You understand? So all right, so I'll just create a layer. Command J from the keyboard if you're using Mac, but if you're using Windows, it's going to be Control J. So Command J from the keyboard because I'm using Mac. So I just come and get rid of some of this distraction, some of this hairline, these hair straps. Yeah. So I'll just the reason why I created a separate layer is because it is very bad to work on a default or background layer. You understand? Because during the process of whatsoever you are doing, whether you are applying an effect, right, if there's a mistake, you can easily delete that layer and probably start all over again. You understand? Or you can just reduce it. You understand? So most times when you work on the default layer or the background layer, so it is very difficult. Sometimes you are forced to like go all over again and start from the scratch, which is not so good, right? and I know that can be draining. So it is advisable that you create a separate layer for every of whatsoever effect you are applying. All right. So after selecting it like that, just right click, then come to view. Then I'll make sure that my content is on content aware. Understand? So just click, and we're good there. Okay. Let me see. Get rid of this. All right. So stick check, because this is me paying attention to detail, right? And this is very important to every retoucher. If you want to be a good retoucher that will stand out, you understand, and have a very crispy, edit, so you need to pay attention to details, you understand, because these are the little things that will make your work stand out, you understand. Because there's every possibility that out of 10 people you may have 8 retouchers, you understand, but the possibility of them having this ability of paying attention to details is very rare. So if you are paying attention to details, it means you are already standing yourself out, you understand. So right after selection, right click, view, content aware. So I'll just do this till I'm satisfied, you understand. So all right, good. So after this, the next thing we're going to do is the color grading. So after color grading, then we just go straight to the retouching proper, because I really don't want to take much of your time in this video, right? So I just want to take you through the process, right? Good. And still look at it. Nothing serious anyway, but then good. So as a retoucher, so your second name should be perfectionist. You understand? Like your level of paying attention to detail should be very high. That even when you do a work or you deliver a job, so the client will find it difficult to look for this to make a complaint, because when you deliver a job and this person is looking at the job, trying to find fault so that he or she can complain. But then if you put him or her in a situation where there's nothing to complain about, you understand. So that is what paying attention to details does, and it is very important as a retoucher, you understand. All right, good. Okay, seeing something here. All right, good. This one I'm going to use my clone stamp. Use my clone stamp because, all right, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Just pick the lasso tool so that get rid of this patch. This is so good. This is so good. This is so good. So let me just select the remaining one. Let me just select them at once. You can see, to select them at once, just come here and click the second box where you have two boxes, two tick boxes made together. So just click that one, so that you have, it will give you that room of selecting everything together at once. You understand? All right, this is great. So right click now, just fill content aware, so that I just get rid of everything now. All right, yeah, I think I'm good now. So see, before, after, before, after. So also I'm also going to pick some of these blemishes. Yeah, pick some of these blemishes right here. So most times I edit first before picking blemishes, you understand. So just pay attention to what works for you and just stick to it, you understand. Because when it comes to some of these things, right, there is no really like a generally acceptable or an overall generally acceptable formula to it, you understand. So it is good to watch people, right? But I will not advise that you cram. Don't cram what you want, because you see people doing this, you just cram that process, and you just want to be doing exactly the same. So sometimes it can be disastrous, you understand. So just pay attention to details. As you're watching people and you are learning, pay attention to what works for you and just stick to it, you understand. Because you can only flow and explore with what works for you. If you are cramming, copying people, copying everything that you see people do, in a way you're going to be limited, you understand. Because take for instance now, this image that I'm using in this tutorial now, you may not have access to the same image. Your own image may be different, you understand. So it means that if you cram my settings without understanding what I'm doing and why I'm doing them, so you may be stuck at some point. You may be limited in so many ways, you understand. So that is why understanding is far better, and that's what I would advocate for, far better than cramming. So let me just show you what we've done so far. Okay, this is me zooming into the face, the blemishes and some of the hair straps that are distraction that we are trying to get rid of. So this is before, after, before, after. All right, we are good and we are done picking the blemishes. So the next thing now is to go ahead and apply the color grading before we start the retouching proper, you understand. So, and to do that, we're going to create a separate layer for the grading, you understand. So, and to do that, come to your keyboard. If you're using Mac, it's going to be Shift Alt Command E, right? Shift Alt Command E. But if you're using Windows, it's going to be Shift Alt Control E. So take note. All right, so after creating a separate layer, you can see now layer 2. So come to filter, then come to camera raw filter. Click on camera raw filter. We are here camera raw now. We are here in camera raw now. So we'll just go ahead and apply the grading, you understand. So come to this three dot here, click on the three dots, come to load settings, click on load settings. So go to the location of your grading, right? Go to the location of your grading and click on and apply the grading. So my grading, sorry, it's already saved on the desktop. You can see color grade, you can see XMP color grade. So I am going to attach this grading to this image, to this video, you understand. I'm going to attach this grading to this video. Do where to check the description below, so that you can follow the link and get the color grading and start enjoying, you understand. I'm also going to include my actions, my retouching, frequent separation, melanin, dark skin, light skin, preset for light skin, all of my actions that I normally use to edit my images, which I'm going to use in this tutorial, right? So I'm going to attach everything to this image. So the link is in the description below, so do where to click the link, get them, both the actions and the gradings, so that you can start enjoying, so that you can start enjoying, right? So click on this color grade, then load. Boom, guys, we are here now, you understand. So you can see, let me show you. You can see this is before, after, you can see, right? You can see. So if you feel like it is too much, you can reduce the warmness of the picture. If you feel like it is too much, you can reduce the warmness of the image. If you feel like it's okay, you can just go ahead and start touching your image. But this one, this is before, after, before, after. I think I'm going to reduce the warmness, like come to temperature add a little bit of cool. Add a little bit of cool. Let's see, 5. Yeah, this is fine. This is before, after, before, after. Good. So we are going to Photoshop now. Click OK. Yeah, guys, we are here in Photoshop now. This is it. You can see. All right. So now we are back to Photoshop now. So let me show you. Let me show you. This is before, after, before, after. You can see the amazing thing that the grading does to the image or is doing to the image. You can see like it fine-tune everything, both the hair down to the skin, right? You can see very amazing. You understand? So we are going straight to the editing proper now. So, and to do that, I'm going to create another layer again where I'm going to launch the action. You understand? So, and to do that, just like we did before, Shift Command E Alt. You understand? If you are using Windows, it's going to be Shift Alt Control E, right? All right. So this is layer 3, right? This is where we'll be launching our action now. So just come here and click on my, action. So you can see action. You can see Eglow, right? So I'm going to attach, just like I said, if you get this action, right? If you get this my action, this essential action pack, look at what you stand to enjoy, right? Look at it. You can see simple frequency separation, advanced frequency separation, 16-bit, 18-bit, log BG, create this one, dodge and burn, soft light, action for dark skin. You understand? This one I purposely designed it for more like when you have a very dark skin person, right? So this is going to help you get a rich skin tone of that dark melanin skin tone. You understand? So you can see this is everything is done to enjoy. So I'll just go ahead because if you look at it, this image was shot in on 16-bit, right? So I'm going to just go ahead, click on frequency separation 16-bit, then click here and come to my action, right? So let me click on the preview. If you look at this image, right? If you look at this image, this image has details. You understand? So there's so much detail, and I love it, right? So I wouldn't want any of the details to go. You understand? Because this is a pure high-end skin retouching, so I don't want any details to go. So I'm going to use a very high digit to retouch. Excuse me. I'm going to use a very high digit to retouch this image, right? And let me explain that. You see this radius bar? This is very important in high-end skin retouching or image retouching generally, right? So the lower you go, the softer the skin of the subject. You understand? So the higher you go, the harder the skin texture. I don't know if I get it. Like, take for instance, like if I want everything to be like very smooth, like very smooth, so I can go to like, let's say 2.5 or 3. You understand? But so I don't want everything to be that smooth, right? In as much as I'm going to edit the image, I still want all my details to be there. You understand? So I don't want to like lose any of the details. So I'm going to use a higher figure, like let's say yeah, I think 6 is okay. Yeah, 6 is okay. Yeah, this is fine. This is, you can see right, 6 is okay. So I'll just click OK and we are good to go. You understand? I'll just pick my mixer brush now. Just proceed. Right, so now pick my mixer brush. You can see my settings. So wet is on 30, load 25, mix 24, flow 25. I think I'm cool with this. You understand? So I'll just go ahead and start my retouching proper. All right. So another thing that I also want you to understand or know is that the human skin tone or human skin is divided into 3. You understand? The human skin is divided into 3. We have the highlight, we have the shadow, and mid-tone. You understand? Take for instance, let me zoom in to the face so that you can see it very well. If you look at this image now, highlight is the brightest part of the skin, shadow is the darkest part of the skin, while mid-tone is in between the highlight or shadow. You understand that this mid-tone is neither bright nor dark. Mid-tone mid-tone is neither bright nor dark, you understand. So take for instance, if you look at this place now, this is highlight, you understand. So come back to this place, this is shadow, you understand. So here can be your mid-tone because this is not dark and this is not bright, you understand. So please take note, because retouching generally has to do with your ability to blend these three categories together, you understand. That's what retouching generally is all about. So as a retoucher, you need to like know these different categories of skin or skin tone, you understand, so that during your editing you not have to mix it up, you understand. Like take for instance now, at the end of this edit now, this highlight is expected to be well pronounced, not me killing the highlight, you understand. Because this is like, this gives the definition of the direction of the light, like the lightning and everything, you understand. So your ability to blend everything together is what will make you a good retoucher, and that's what retouching generally is all about. All right. So, and when you are editing, right, when you are retouching an image, don't drag, you understand. So you can see the movement of my brush now. You just have to be flexible with your brush. If you're using mouse, be flexible with your mouse. If you're using Wacom pen, be flexible with your pen, you understand. So that you don't have to drag mid-tone to highlight to shadow. So make sure that each skin tone, each skin part maintain their part, each skin maintain their part, each skin to maintain their tone, you understand. So it's very, very important. And another thing I also want to that's just like bonus, you understand. So I'm going to do at the end of this retouching is I'm going to use color balance to blend everything together, you understand. So that one is going to be like a bonus. So just like I said, this action and this color grading, so I'm going to attach everything to this video. So make sure you check the description of this video and follow the link and see how you can get the preset for different kind of skin tone, either melanin, light skin, dark skin. Like, trust me, you'll be glad you did if you're able to get it right. So just follow the link and get it and start enjoying. So high-end retouching is not something you rush, you understand. So it's something you take your time and be patient with it. Take your time and do it gently, you understand. So high-end retouching is detailed retouching, you understand. It's detailed retouching. So let's just save first. All right, good. So let me show you. This is, look at here. This is what, like, let me show you what we've done. This is before, after, before, after, you can see. So now we're moving straight to the face now, but let's just retouch the hand first before moving to the face. So the goal is to make sure that every detail maintain their spot, you understand. I don't want to lose any detail at all, so I just want to keep it natural, keep the edit natural as much as possible. So please, if you work to this very moment, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please give this video a thumbs up so that others can also benefit from it. Do well to share with others so that they can also benefit from it. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please go ahead and do so. And trust me, I'm so grateful for all the love that I've been receiving from you guys so far. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. All my viewers, the new subscribers, the returning viewers across the globe, Asia, Europe, Africa, you know, thank you so much. America, thank you so much. Love you guys. Alright, so we're moving straight to the face now. Just like I said, it's something you have to take your time and do gently. You understand? So, because just like I said from the beginning of the video, that this video is like for beginners, for people who are finding it difficult to retouch their image properly. So that is why I am taking my time to, you know, give you a detailed explanation, a well-detailed explanation about this retouching. And I don't want to, rush any of the process. I'm just following it as it is, step by step. You understand? Because I don't want you to miss any step. So make sure you watch this video from beginning till the end. Don't skip. Don't skip, because each part of this video is very important. You understand? You can see how I'm controlling my brush. You understand? So don't widen your brush, because when you widen your brush too much, when you increase the size of your brush too much, before you know, you are dragging one part to the other. You understand? And you may not even know. It is after the whole thing you discover that, oh, the image you are trying to edit is looking distorted and all of that. You can see, just taking it step by step. You can see the way I'm doing it. Don't rush. Like, I'll keep emphasizing that. Don't rush. Take your time and do a clean job. This is what high-end skin retouching is all about. You see the time I'm spending on this part just to make sure that everything look real and natural. You understand? So you don't just jump from one part to another just because you want to retouch. You understand? No. If you take it to spend like 30 minutes or even more on a particular part just to get the best of it, please do. You understand? Just like I said, high-end skin retouching is different from just a normal edit. You understand? So high-end skin retouching has to do with you paying very thorough attention to details. You understand? So it's not something you rush. All right, great. Let me show you the before and after. This is before, after, before, after. This is amazing. So I think we can move to the other side of the face now. Trust me, this is amazing. Honestly, this is amazing. Like, take it step by step, don't rush. At the end of the whole thing, right, we're also going to do the jambon. You understand? We're also going to do the jambon to make sure that, you know, the highlights and the shadow are well pronounced. Wow, this is good. This is good. You can see how I'm doing it gently, taking it step by step, just following it as it ought to be. You understand? It's not something you rush. I've said it before, I've said it countless times, and I'll keep saying it. Don't rush. You understand? Take your time. Take your time and do a clean job. So need to brush the hair as well. The goal is to make sure that the work look great. Wow, wow, this is sweet. This is sweet. You can see how I'm trying to make sure that the highlight is well pronounced, the shadow is well pronounced, and the mid tone, like you can see, right? So let me zoom in so that you can see where we are. Can you see? This is before, after, before, after, before, after. Alright, we're making progress. Alright, so I'll just pick my clone stuff now to get rid of some of the blemishes that I'm seeing on the face, right? So nothing serious, but you still have to pick some blemishes. So click on high frequency. Then my favorite tool in picking blemishes is clone stamp. This is it. So click on clone stamp. So I just zoom in so that you can see it very well, right? So make sure your foreground is on white. Alt pick. You can see. So nothing serious. So another thing you need to know or have at the back of your mind is that when picking blemishes, right? So it does not necessarily mean that you must pick everything, right? It is not a must that you must pick everything. It's just for you to pick the distracting ones. You understand? So because the goal is to keep it natural. So just pick the distracting ones and leave the rest. You understand? You can see. So we need to get rid of these sharp edges. You understand? can see this is looking sweet already. So just get rid of the sharp edges. Yeah. This is amazing. So guys, you can see, let me show you the before and after. Zoom in a little bit. This is before, after, before, after, before again, after. So I'll just pick my mixer brush again, then and still brush through a little bit. So what I'm doing now is just brushing through again. It's just to make sure that the skin is soft, even while having every details intact, right? Just make sure that I have a soft skin. So let me zoom in and show you. You can see it very well. This is before. Wow, wow. This is, you can see that the details are still very intact. You understand? This is before, this is after. Before, after. Alright, the next thing now is just for us to go ahead and whiten the eyes on the teeth, right? So come to adjustment, click on adjustment, click on black and white, click on black and white, then drag reds and yellows to the extreme end, then command I from the keyboard or control I to hide it. Then this time around you're going to pick your brush tool, okay. 40/40 is okay. That's the opacity and flow. That's okay for me. Come back and let's whiten the teeth as well. So we are good now. So if you think it is too much, you can just reduce the opacity, which I'm going to do now. So reduce the opacity to like let's say 60. Yeah, this is before, after, before, after. All right, good. So the next thing we're going to do now is dodge and burn, right? So come here, adjustment, click on curve, that's curves, then drag it up. This is for the dodge. Drag it up a little bit. Yeah, this is okay. So come to blend mode option and click on screen. You understand? Click on screen, then command I or control I to hide it. Alright, so same place, adjustment, curves, then this time around drag it down a little bit for the dodge. For the bone. So drag it down a little bit. So come to blend mode option and click on multiply. So the same thing, you're going to hide it as well. Alright, so now click on the, so you can name it dodge. Then this can name it bone. Sorry. Alright, so click here, then pick your brush tool. Yeah, we are there already. So reduce it to like let's say 15. Yeah, opacity 15, then flow 15 as well. Sometimes I use 20, so it all depends on what works for you. So and start brushing through the highlights. So make sure that the foreground is on white. Start brushing through the highlight. So brush through the highlight, then you can see this is before, after, before, after. So now come to bone now and start. Make sure that the foreground is also on white. It's just the same settings. So start brushing through the shadow area. Brushing the shadow area. So now we're going to group the two. Select the both layers, then Command G from the keyboard and group them. Now this is before, after, before, after. So now we're going to reduce the opacity a little bit, right? Good. So we just come and bring it, let's say 60. Let's do 60 and see. This is before, after, before, after. Yeah, I think this is cool. This is cool, right? This is cool. So the next thing we're going to do now is to use selective color to balance everything together. You understand? To balance the colors together. So come to adjustment layer, go to color balance, click on color balance. So it's on Nick 2 now. So I'll just start with highlight first. Click on my highlight. You can see what highlighted. You see the cyan. You can see cyans. You can see. You understand? You can see. So I'll just bring it down. Let's say 3. Yeah, 3 is okay. Then yellow, I also add a little bit of yellow. Let's say 3 as well. This is before, after, before, after. The result is very minimal, right? But something is happening. So come again, click on shadow. Let me also show you what shadow is doing. You can see what shadow is doing, right? You can see what shadow is doing. So I'll just add a little bit of cyan. Let's say 5, right? Let's say 5. So now let me show you what yellow is doing to the image. You can see what yellow is doing to the image. You can see, right? So this time around, I'm just going to add a little bit of warm to the image, right? Let's say 3. Yeah, let's say 3. This is before, after, before, after. You can see. So now the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add is the Nick tune. You understand? So the Nick tune, I'm going to add cyans. Let's say yeah, let's say yeah, I think 8 is okay. 8 is okay for me. So I'm just going to add yellow. Let's say 5. Yes, this is sweet, guys. This is amazing. This is before, this is after, before, after, before, after. So guys, so the last thing we're going to do to this image now is to use curves to add, to make the image more pop. You understand? I'm going to use curves to make the image more pop. So come to adjustment, then click on curves. Alright, so I'm just going to add this a little bit. Sorry, you can see the number. I'm just going to add, let's say 4. Yeah. So just come here and take it up a little bit. Let's say 240. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. This is before, after, before, after. You can see that the image is now popping up very, very well. You understand? So if you feel like it is too much, you can reduce it. If you feel like it's okay, you can leave it like that. You understand? So I'm just going to reduce it a little bit, and to do that, so we're going to use filter. You understand? So come to adjustment, click on photo filter. When you click on photo filter, you're going to have something like this. So come to this filter, this warming filter like this. Click on it and click on cooling filter 82. Cooling filter 82. Click on cooling filter 82. So when you click on cooling filter 82, it's going to bring everything down. Like it's going to bring all the colors down, right? So you now adjust it to your taste. This is before, this is after, right? So now I'll just reduce it to like let's say 20. Yeah, this is before, after, before, after, yeah, you can see, I think I love this, right? I love this, I love this, I love this, I love this. I think I'm cool with this. Yeah, guys, this is how to retouch your image in Photoshop in 2025. You understand? So this is the best high-end screen retouching Photoshop tutorial that you see on the internet today. I can assure you of that, trust me. You understand? So this is how to, retouch your image in Photoshop step by step. You understand? So guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial. We've come to the end of this tutorial. If you watch this video to this very moment, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you so much. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Do well to share this video so that others can also benefit from it as well, right? And also make sure you turn on the notification button so that you can be the first person to be notified anytime I post valuable content like this. If there's anything you want me to talk about in my next video, maybe there's a particular topic about retouching photography generally that probably you're finding challenging, right? And you want me to, like, come in and help you simplify it, just drop that in the comment section, and trust me, I am going to do justice to that. You understand? So guys, see you in my next video. Bye.